About to go to the gym. I just want to come on real quick and I want to deal with doubt. First of all, there's a scripture in the Bible that talks about Jesus not being able to do many mighty works in in a town because of their unbelief. See, if you don't believe, that's a major block. If you don't believe, that's a major block. So in Mark chapter 9, there's a man in the Bible who brought his son to be healed of Jesus' disciples. And the disciples couldn't heal him. So he asked Jesus to heal him. So when Jesus found out that the disciples weren't able to cast the demon out, Jesus said, "O faithful generation," in verse 19, chapter 9, verse 19. "O faithless generation, how long shall I be with you? How long shall I bear with you? Bring him to me." Then they brought the son to Jesus, and Jesus cast out the deaf and dumb spirit. So verse 23 says, Jesus said to him, "If you can believe, all things are possible to him who believes." The father immediately said, he cried out and said, "Lord, I believe. Help my unbelief." So Jesus cast the deaf and dumb spirit out, like I said. And so after all of this, the disciples asked Jesus in private, "Why come we couldn't cast this demon out?" And Jesus said in verse 29, so he said to them, "This kind can come out by nothing but prayer and fasting." See, Jesus called his disciples a faithless generation. He said, "How long shall I bear with you? I gave you power over all these spirits, but you cannot help this child because of your unbelief." See, that spirit magnified himself in a strong way, and it scared the disciples. And I'm just this is just a metaphor. And I tell you, they couldn't cast that demon out. So these demons know when we're afraid of them. They know. That's just like a dog know when you're afraid of them. So the only way to be able to get rid of that doubt so that Jesus can do many mighty works in your hometown, in your home, with your children, with your finances, with your life in general, in your business, in your ministry, with your schooling and education, in your situation right now, with your bills, is you got to believe. If you don't believe, cry out, "Lord, help my unbelief," as you're fasting and praying to get rid of that doubt. So that's all I want to say this morning. If you don't believe, God can't, it's not that he don't want to. His hands are tied. You got to untie his hand with your belief. Remember, God is not going to override his word. It was all them sick people in that town. Jesus said it's many works he couldn't do because they didn't believe. Jesus was talking about another passage where he was talking about when Jesus came to this one town to heal these people. Only one little old lady got a healing because she believed. You got to believe that God is going to do for you what you ask him. I was just reading this morning. Let me go to it. This is what the Lord gave me this morning, and then I'm off here. This is what God gave me this morning. Wait a minute. It's not. It's in Mark. Sometimes. Okay. Wait a minute. Well, I know it's in Mark 11. Wait a minute. Joy. Yeah, exactly where I thought it was. 11:22. Mark 11, chapter 22 through 24. It says, "So Jesus answered and said to them, have faith in God. For surely I say to you, whoever says to this mountain, be removed and be cast into the sea, and does not doubt in his heart, but believes that those things he says will be done, he will have whatever he says. Therefore I say to you, whatever things you ask when you pray, believe that you receive them and you will have them." I want you to meditate on Mark chapter 9, verse 29, where Jesus said this kind can come out by nothing but fasting and prayer. And then meditate on Mark 11, chapter 11, verse 22 through 24, the passage of scripture that I just read. So meditate on those as you fast and pray today and trust God. I love you all. Have a blessed day. And to some of you all, this is the word of the Lord. Then Jesus said to him, go your way. Your faith has made you well. And immediately he received his sight and followed Jesus on the road. So some of you all, because of your belief, because of your faith, it's done already. Some of you all, because you don't believe, you got to get your belief system correct. I love you all. Have a blessed day. This Joy. If you like the videos, actually like them and share. I love you all. Have a blessed day.